me today. Today I would like to tell you a little bit about the pigs that we raised over the summer. We got 3 little girls, and they were supposed to be about 2 months old, but I don't think they were more than about 4 weeks old when we got them. So we had these woods. This is actually how our whole property looked when we bought it. And we had it cleaned out, as in a big chopper on the front of a skid steer came in and cleaned out a lot of the undergrowth. But it was still filled full of briars and every kind of junky plant you could find. So we got the pigs and we rotated them through the woods, moving them every week. And this is what they turned it into, this beautiful, gorgeous yard, all diesel, that we could use for our chickens, the horses, and the kids' playhouses. So now about 2 weeks before the pigs went to butcher, we put them in my new garden space. It's actually where the chickens and the horses used to be, so they could till that up and loosen up that dirt for us. Now, I have a little video of the pigs running around the day before they go to butcher that I would like you all to hear. So, it's getting ready to start. I hope you enjoy it. Come on, pig, 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 pig. What you guys doing? Huh? Huh? Hi, pig, 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 pigs. I don't have snacks. No, I don't. No, I don't have snacks. You big girls are huge, you know that? Huge. The morning we loaded them up to take them to the butcher, it was dark. We were working in about 10 to 12 inches worth of mud, so it's quite the project. But I'd like for you to be able to see it.
Come on, I need help.
I'm coming.
Get in there. Get in there.
There you could see us loading up the pigs. I about wiped out on my hiney and all that mud, but I was just using a plastic wiffle bat. It's hollow. It doesn't even hardly sting. It just gets them moving a little bit. So now this is the view that we had taking to drop the pigs off over in Kentucky, but this was actually the morning that I went to pick them up once they were already processed and ready for me to pick up. And so here's all the boxes. It was a lot of meat. We came home with right at 600 pounds, 2 pounds shy of 600 pounds worth of meat. Now, Cole and I, who is my oldest, we've already divvied out the first 2 pigs. So this is our last pig that we were divvying out. We were dividing them into halves. We had them sold to different people, and they were buying halves or quarters. These people had agreed to buy their portion of the hogs before we ever purchased them. So we had these pre-sold. Now I was just divvying it out equal weight type. This one kind of weighs the same as this one weight, and just trying to get that equaled out. Cole was helping me. It was about 28 to 30 degrees that morning. We were freezing our heinies off. And on top of that, we were dealing with frozen meat. So our fingers were freezing, everything was freezing. And at this time, we were talking to my husband, who was standing up on the porch. He had hip surgery a couple weeks ago, so he's not moving around too much at the moment. This video was taken in a couple different timelines. One about 3 weeks ago, the beginning part, and then now just last week. Cole is a great help. I'm not sure what he was telling me, but he was telling me some story that obviously was very funny to him. He was taking the ground pork over and adding it in a box of just ground pork for this hog. And then in just a minute, you're going to see him loading the half of the pig that I'm just stacking in the back of the car. He's going to load that into a cooler to take to a friend. And then after he gets that completely loaded in the cooler, we will divvy out the ground pork. It's easier to stick the ground pork on the top of the cooler than try to pack the other meat around it. There's the pork. Why is it little boys insist they're not cold? No, they don't need a jacket. No, they don't want gloves. They just want to freeze their fingers off. He was a great help, even though he was freezing, obviously. Now here we are loading it all into the freezer. We actually were loading 1.5 of the hogs in the freezer. There's Connor coming to help us. We were trying to get all the bacon on the door, and then we could put all the other meat throughout the freezer. We did pretty good. 1.5 hogs fills up that freezer. For joining us today. We're very grateful that you spent a little bit of your day with us. Come again soon.